Hello and welcome to Adoration Angels. My name is Michelle with an N, and we're here today with our founder, Miss Frances Chau. Hi, Frances.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. It's great to see you today.
Thank you very much.
So today we're going to be discussing Frances's new book, and we're going to be discussing how she came up with Adoration Angels, what inspired her to create Adoration Angels, and what it's all about, and how can you get involved. So, Frances, tell me about yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Frances Chau. I'm a real estate investor, and I started teaching creative real estate investing in 2014. But prior to that, I took care of my mom, and she had a stroke in 2009, and I took care of her for 5 years.
5 years.
Yes. And the reason why I started Adoration Angels is because there is no service out there to help caregivers avoid burnout. And after 5 years, I got burnout. I didn't receive very much help from my siblings or family members. So I felt very lonely and I didn't have any help. And I want to be able to help other caregivers avoid that burnout.
Wow. And speaking of siblings, how many do you actually have? And none of them actually came to try to help you or offered for any assistance?
I'm the oldest of five. But my siblings are all very busy and they just didn't have the time. They didn't have the desire to take care of our mom as well because, when we were growing up, she wasn't that kind of mom. Yes, granted, she put a roof over her head and food on the table, mom and dad did. But we didn't receive the love and care that we needed as children. So we pretty much didn't have that close connection that you would need to say, oh, when my mom or dad grows old, I'm going to take care of them. There wasn't that desire from my siblings.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, well, then what gave you the desire to want to step up to take care of your mother, to become her caregiver?
I think it has to do with the Asian tradition. In Asian culture, when your parents grow old, you don't just, put them in a shelter and not see them again. That's just not our way of life. So it's really the oldest child, or in my case, the eldest daughter, to take care of mom and dad till the day they die. And I felt that that was part of my responsibility, even though I had a lot of resentment towards my parents.
Okay, so leading up to Adoration Angels, can you explain to us exactly what is a caregiver?
A caregiver is anyone who is willing to help a loved one, whether it's mom or dad, or someone you love, or even someone you don't know that you give care to. And usually the care doesn't require a lot of skills. For instance, if you're in assisted living or a nursing home, you'd have to be a skilled nurse in order to give care. But when you call yourself a caregiver, whether you are skilled or unskilled, you're really just taking care of someone else other than yourself and other than your children.
Okay. So what inspired you to write your book?
Well, the Adoration Way came about because I wanted to help educate what other seniors would go through the way my mom did. Because she had the illnesses of 85, 90-year-olds. Okay, for someone who was only 67 years old when she went into assisted living, she had illnesses of an 85-year-old. But my mom had all of those, not at 85, but more like close to 65. So it's different. The services that we provide to people utilizing the Adoration Way is to help seniors stay in their home for as long as possible so that they don't need assisted living right away because it's so expensive. And so I want this book of mine to show other seniors how to take better care of themselves. And if they do need a caregiver, whether it's somebody who lives with you or somebody who lives not too far away, they are still giving some type of care, whether it's providing 3 meals a day or helping you with laundry or cleaning the house, they are still giving care. And so this book will help the seniors take better care of themselves and have the ability to help the caregivers not to have burnout by doing certain things as well.
And this book actually is based off of the experiences that you had as a caregiver, right?
Yes, it's based on the experiences that I had with my mom. It's also based on the idea that, hey, if I knew this sooner before taking care of my mom, my life would have been a lot different. So I want to be able to share what did go on and what shouldn't have gone on while being a caregiver.
Awesome. Well, that's really great. Can you explain a little bit of Adoration Angels to us, please?
Sure. Adoration Angels came about because it's going to be my nonprofit of volunteers to help the seniors stay in their home for as long as possible and to help the caregivers avoid burnout. So our vision is to be able to transform Earth Angels into Adoration Angels. And what I mean by that is if you are doing good deeds, if you're doing goodwill, if you are helping someone without asking for anything in return, you are already an Earth Angel, right? And so
Earth Angel.
Yes. And so for me to say, let me help convert you into an Adoration Angel, the name Adoration came to me at 3 o'clock in the morning when I couldn't sleep. And if you look it up in the dictionary, it means to lift someone or something up to the highest, right? So that's the definition inside the dictionary, but it means to me adoring God and to take care of his people. So adoration means a lot to me. And for me to help transform an Earth Angel into an Adoration Angel is to follow in the desire that you have a passion to take care of the elderly and those who take care of them, which are the caregivers.
Amazing. That sounds wonderful. And it's awesome to know that we are Earth Angels already. In our next segment, we're actually going to talk about how to transform from an Earth Angel to an Adoration Angel. Thank you, Ms. Francis. We appreciate you today and sharing some personal experiences with us. And we look forward to reading your book. Until next time, you all, my name is Nichelle with an N. See you in our next segment. Bye.